John Court's Bobert the next morning must be scary. Yeah, that makeup thing can be very, very deceiving. But when you get these ladies just pancaking makeup, I'll be right out. Just rolling makeup all over themselves and then putting the giant eyelashes on and then taking the lipstick, making their lips 3 or 4 times the size, and then they come out and I'm like, who are you? Who the hell are you? All right, there we go. We are live at Get Parts. It's Tuesday at Get Parts on the Upper West Side here in New York City. Welcome, everybody. Come on in, Matt. We got Matt who owns Get Parts. He's got 2 locations. He's on the Upper West Side, and he also has a joint on 45th Street. And Matt's under the weather.
Not the influence. Yeah, feeling a little crappy.
You took a COVID test, though, right?
2 of them in a row. I'm good. I'm all right.
Who are you?
Michael Bergen.
Michael Bergen. What's up, brother? He's one of my. Come on in, man. This is Michael Bergen. He's part of the private Facebook group. He's on the live stream every morning. He's like a huge supporter of what we do. So we gotta take care of him.
Yeah, we'll do.
All right. We do Tuesdays at Get Parts, and if you're part of the private Facebook group, you have an open invite to come by and say hi. And Mike, come in there, brother.
Hey, back on Mike. Pleasure.
Opie, I read that NYC will be renaming potholes to Kumias in honor. Whoa! Wow! I can't read these cold anymore. You know that the mayor of New York City was on the corner today?
What's he doing?
He was at Gray's Papaya.
For the corner?
He was at Gray's Papaya, just babbling about this and that, babbling about the immigration problem that has hit New York City. You know that there's 160,000 people, they got a house?
They got a house?
House. And no one wants them in their neighborhood. And he's like, well, if we don't put them, I forget, they're trying to put them somewhere. And people are like, no, you can't put them there. And then he's like, well, we got to put them somewhere. So if they don't go there, then we got to move them into your neighborhood. And he's not happy about it whatsoever. He's not a fan. And I guess New York City's getting 10,000 immigrants a month at this point. And at this point, they need housing for 160,000 people.
I mean, there's lines everywhere. You see them lined up on the street right now. I don't know what they're waiting for.
What do you mean lines?
All over the place. You walk through Midtown, you'll see a whole block around the corner.
Of what? Immigrants?
Immigrants just waiting for something. I don't know what.
Waiting for services? Waiting for what?
Free healthcare.
And then Adams is like, it's out of control that we need we need the federal assistance. We need help from the federal government. We're not getting help. So I don't know.
So then he goes and has a couple of hot dogs.
And then he's at Gray's Papaya buying everybody a goddamn hot dog. Michael Bergen, what'd you get?
Southern Tier.
Oh, Southern Tier.
Warlock.
He went
10.5% big boy.
Oh, it's 10%.
Yeah.
You went 10% ABV.
It's
all right.
4 o'clock somewhere.
Wow, you went 10% with the dark.
I'm looking at about ice cream tonight.
What does that taste like, Matt?
Oh, it's chewy.
It's chewy?
Yeah.
It's a little grindy.
And you ask him now, and then ask him again when he gets to the bottom of it.
Right.
Because then he'll be like, I got a sugar headache in here.
Wow, you went 10. Michael doesn't play.
That's a good beer. They're pumpkin beer.
Pumpkin. Really good.
Of that same
brewery, Southern Tier.
Southern Tier. I've had some Southern Tier.
Uh-huh.
Actually, I have had the pumpkin ale. It comes in little 4-packs.
Yeah.
They're like, no, we ain't giving you 6. We're only giving you 4 for the same price. So Mayor Adams doing his press conference, he's bitching and complaining about the immigration problem in New York, which I like to hear because he's a Democratic mayor. You would think he would be more open to this, and he's not. He's like, this is crazy. This is going to ruin New York. We got to figure this crap out. Does anybody have a solution? Mike, you have a solution?
I don't know. Maybe it might get me in trouble.
He doesn't have a solution worth talking about. Man, we got to, I mean, I think we got to hire a whole bunch of union guys to build the effing wall properly.
But
And then if
listen,
you want to know my
crazy about
solution?
Either one of them.
My solution is easy. Ignore the people going to the border. Just ignore them. Make believe they're not there. Eventually, they'll get the hint and turn back. And then Mayor Adams was talking about this story. Did you hear about the kids uptown?
Nope.
One baby dead from the fentanyl.
Oh, a baby?
Yeah, they have a daycare center, right? And they had a huge drug operation going on in the daycare. So the daycare was obviously a front for what they really were doing. So I guess there was fentanyl.
Don't check back there. That's all dirty diapers. Yeah,
I guess there was fentanyl all over the daycare here and there because they're doing their thing. And they said that this
All
much
it takes is one little.
they say this much will do some major damage to you. And the kids got into it a little bit, whether it was on the rug. I don't know exactly because I turned off the local news. I'm like, I don't need to hear this. This is downright depressing.
Like a buddy of mine is a retired narcotics detective, and he says they got to wear gloves because it gets in your skin,
Right.
and it's dangerous. They said they would never go after anything. It was always the fentanyl and the heroin they were always going after.
Right.
Not even pot, which is legal now.
They don't care about the pot, but all the
This is going
fentanyl.
back years
Yeah,
ago.
yeah. The fentanyl is out of control. You're a parent and you got to get a can of Narcan just in case your kid ODs. That's crazy. But anyway, the kids, wherever the fentanyl was, maybe it was on the rug or I have no idea. It wasn't like they were feeding the kids in or anything like that. But major tragedy. A couple kids in the hospital. One died. They arrested like a couple people that were running the daycare, and then the husband just took off. And before the cops showed up, they were taking bags of stuff out of the apartment.
They said it was the husband. That was
The husband, and he took off. He's like, I'm out of
Say
here.
Upper West Side?
I don't know where it was. It was uptown. Tomato, come on in, brother.
No.
Also, one of my favorites, man. He's back on the live stream. You did the live stream. I'm trying to remember, man. That was that was before I left for the summer, I do believe, right?
Yeah, I think so.
What kind of beers you guys drinking?
I'm drinking this new beer. It's Zima. It's called Zima.
Are you drinking Zima?
No.
Remember Zima?
Is that still around?
Oh, I would have bowed to you if you were drinking Zima.
Drinking a Zima and lime.
You were over there, but also that horrendous story with the daycare with the kids.
Oh, I just heard about that. Yeah. That's horrible. Yeah.
And one baby died from fentanyl.
My wife was at Sephora, and there was a snatch and grab. Like this guy just walked in, and he just filled a basket full of expensive makeup, and then just walked out. And the girls on the counter were going crazy, and the people online were going crazy, and they just watched it go by.
They made the mistake of telling their employees that if anyone comes in with a giant garbage bag and starts taking shit, leave them alone, let them do their thing. So now everyone knows you can get away with it.
Yeah, I know. My wife she's like, I can't believe I just saw that happen, right in front of me, and no one could do anything about it, and people were going crazy, and that's expensive makeup.
Right.
It's obviously not for his family.
Everybody knows you can do it, so they're doing it.
I know.
My wife and I saw an old man stealing diapers.
I was just
baby diapers.
Oh, you
He
saw
stuffed
it?
them in the bag,
Wow.
looked around a little bit, made it look like he was stealing,
Right.
and then walked out. Because now you don't have to make it look like you're stealing.
Right.
Put it in your bag and take it
I know.
because it's yours.
You just walk out. They're literally not gonna stop you, and we all know that now.
I was offended. I was just in the Walgreens around the corner, and the security guard was following me around.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, what am I what is it?
That's the guy that likes to show his gun off. That guy that was following you.
Oh, in the
Yeah, he's
Walgreens?
notorious for showing his gun.
Oh, really?
We got a couple guys
Oh,
that like
wow.
showing off their guns in this neighborhood.
Like what guns? Like
Like
biceps?
no, his gun.
No, literal
Like
guns.
he shoot you in the face.
No, literal. Yeah, a lot of these security guards that they're hiring to try to stop that crap, they're like video game characters.
Really?
They got shit.
I'm not
Tomato,
going
they
back
got
in there.
Don't go in there.
they
There's no
got
reason.
I
shit.
just was
I went in there for
I
my
was
COVID test
browsing.
today. Pointed a gun at my face.
I did take a look at all whatever, like the Cliff Bars. I was like, oh, I could just grab a Cliff Bar
Yes.
right now, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But I don't think you're allowed to eat it in there.
Did you get your restaurants for the Barbie movie?
Yeah, I sure did. Anyone else see the Barbie movie? Tomato, you saw the Barbie movie, right?
I like 5 days of it. No,
I'm lucky I got
I
boys.
kept going back.
I stayed there.
I stayed.
Yeah.
a minute. No, I did not see it. I haven't seen a movie since Little Man. That's the last time I was in the theater.
What the hell's Little Man? I forget.
You know, it's a Wayans movie where the.
Oh, Little Man! That's like 20 years
I
ago.
know.
That's the last time you went to a movie?
Yes, for real.
Oh my
That's
God.
awesome.
I laughed the whole time out loud, like De Niro in Cape
Cape
Fear.
Fear?
I couldn't believe how funny that movie was.
When you said Little Man, I'm thinking, wait, is there a movie out called Little Man? I'm like, wait, the Little Man that came out, I would say like in
It's been that long.
2000?
What's the last movie you saw?
I
the Barbie movie.
saw the Barbie movie.
Okay.
I got a question for Matt. He's this is a tough question, Matt, because you're a father of a
What's the last
daughter.
movie you saw?
Don't even know. It's been a long time.
Little
Really?
A
Man?
number of years. No, it's probably Lebowski.
Yeah.
Was
Wow. That beats me. That's like 94.
Are you serious?
Not exactly. I mean, it's my favorite, but
Well, now that Millie's getting up there, you're going to be going to the movies a lot.
she's a year and a half, so we got a little bit of
Lots.
time to wait, right?
Did you become more of a feminist after you became a father of a daughter?
I didn't change, man.
Huh?
I didn't change.
You always had some feminist.
I always had some femininity in me. I was always a supporter.
You always were a supporter, right?
Yeah.
Well, I was a shock jock that did some crazy ass stuff with the ladies. So, but yeah, when I became a father of a daughter, things changed a little bit. I'm not going to lie to you; they changed a little bit. By the way, Tomato's kind of famous. His band is Sound of Urchin. He does the intro for the beer show. I haven't even really introduced you. This guy's been kind of a punk rock guy in New York City forever. When did you move here?
Wow. 90. Well, yeah, like 90.
90.
91.
Right on.
We played with Jeff Buckley
Sure.
once a month. My first band before Urchin.
Did you ever go swimming with him?
Totally. That's a good one.
Yeah, it's a good one. Right. Joe Rizzo, one of our regulars, Zima. Hey, I think you wanted to say, hey, Opie. Zima was retired in 2008
No, I told you I bought on eBay.
and returned briefly in the summers of 2017 and 2018. Barbie movie's hack. Barbie movie wasn't hack. I didn't think it was as good as they were saying it was, but it was a good movie.
Take your word for it for now.
You're not going to go see the Barbie movie?
I've got no reason to.
I
Break my streak with that.
I gotta catch up from Little Man, so I got like a bunch of years to work. I got a bunch of catching up to do.
How is the last movie you saw Little Man?
I know, man.
Not even anything at your house? Do you have a TV?
Oh no, I mean in a movie theater. I've seen movies, but it's not in a movie.
All right, what was the last movie you saw?
Oh, last movie?
Yeah.
Funny enough, because it was just on right here, 2001. Me and my wife watched.
Oh, 2001's badass.
TV over there.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Barbie movie was fantastic. They had a transgender Barbie. There you go.
Shocking.
Aren't they all?
The guy behind Opie looks like Sting and Jesse Ventura had a baby.
Wait, what was the third one? Wait, Sting and Jesse Ventura. What was the third one?
They had a baby.
Oh, if they had a baby. Nice, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You look like the Firestarter guy. Firestarter. That's the only other time I've seen that hairdo.
Right.
Who sang Firestarter?
Prodigy.
Prodigy, right.
Yeah.
That was a badass song. Jake from State Farm. What's up, Jake? He's one of our regulars. Sorry, bro, but Barbie is yee fibers and lights. For that one. There are a lot of people out there that want to, they want to make sure women are kept down there, Matt. You'll see when Millie gets older, you'll see.
I'll see.
But just before we turn this on, here at Get Hearts, Nirvana was cranking.
Mm-hmm.
And Tomato was saying that album, I wouldn't say it changed your life. What album actually changed your life?
Oh, it changed my life? There's been so many.
I
would say Aerosmith was the first, like Toys in the Attic.
Toys in the Attic when you were a kid was.
And then Kiss, Alive, and,
Wait, but what made you want to be a musician?
Aerosmith, Walk This Way. That was it.
That was
done.
the song.
Yeah, and then Zeppelin, Levee Breaks.
Right.
Terrifyingly good. It's the most terrifying song. It sounds muddy. It's
Great riff.
Incredible riff. Great.
Right.
I mean, the drum, that's it.
When the
That
levee
was
breaks.
yeah, that was it, and then so many other ones after that for sure. There's many other even Napalm Death or Sepultura. Or,
Of course, Napalm Death
Yeah.
all day long.
Slayer, of course, But then so many others, The Cure and Pavement, and I like all kinds of
The
music.
Cure is awesome,
The Cure is awesome.
right?
Yeah.
When they get grindy with their songs. But
Yeah.
for me, in when I was doing rock radio, I was in Buffalo, and Smells Like Teen Spirit changed everything. Thank God, because the hairband thing was just oversaturated at that point, and that Smells Like Teen Spirit riff changed everything for me.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, I could be a rock DJ for another couple of years before I move into talk.
It killed hair metal. I mean, it's single-handedly just
I
killed
destroyed it.
destroyed over. It really was overnight.
Who tells the story? Was it
But the
Warren?
music was better, 10 times better.
Well,
Right.
look, the hairband thing was awesome, but then it just got oversaturated. And then everyone had to have their
There's certain
slow.
bands that were good from the hair metal.
Yeah.
They had to have their slow song with the lighters and stuff, and then all of a sudden, wow, Nirvana destroyed that whole genre. And someone tells the story. I want to say it was Warren. They went to their record label, and their poster
It was Warren. Right?
Was it Warren? They go to the record company, and their poster's been up behind the secretary, whatever, the receptionist, forever. And they went in for a meeting one day, and it was Nirvana.
Right.
And they're like, oh, shit. It's
There's a
over."
picture, right? The poster was changed from them.
And then at that point, it was over. 100%, man.
Yeah, my buddy from college, he came home with the Bleach album in 1989.
Oh, wow.
He was listening to
Still a great
WNYU
album.
radio.
School's a great song.
And we were
Negative
listening
Creep.
to it this is some
Wait.
of the most
Wait, you knew Nirvana before Nevermind?
yeah, in 89. When he brought it home, he was just and we listened to it, and it was it's devastating. Again, it's so dark. It's so heavy.
And raw. You gotta
and
look at it too.
raw.
It's raw.
And it's excruciating because it's so personal. It's not they're not talking about fantasy stuff, it's just
Right.
real life. He's just he's just in agony. And then all of a sudden, we were awaiting the Nevermind album, and it was still the same. I mean, it's obviously polished up and a lot more melodic, but
Right.
that album came out. We're like, oh my God, I can't believe this band. Now a lot of people want to hear this guy that's just, he's not made for everybody, but everybody wants to listen to him. It's really bizarre. I mean, incredible. It was incredible.
I was living in, I got to go back a little further than that. So I was living in Rochester, New York, and I was living in JC's house because we had no money. It was me and Jeff, my good friend, my oldest friend, Buzzy, met when I was 18. And there was another dude in the house, Eric. And Eric all of a sudden got a package one day, and it was an album. I'm like, what the hell is this? He's like, I don't know, man. My friend sent me this album from a band called, ready for this? Guns N' Roses.
Oh, wow.
And it was Appetite for Destruction. We're like, well, let's check it out.
Sounds stupid.
Right.
But I remember to this day that we put that on a turntable and heard Appetite for Destruction for the first time in Rochester when we were living in JC's house. We're like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, I mean, that's...
Because Hairband was definitely happening, but Guns N' Roses kind of...
Yeah,
They were the first push before Nirvana. The
Yeah.
first push forward.
If you look at it, they're just a good, straight up a good hard rock band.
Yeah, but they got the punk attitude.
Absolutely.
And
Well, that goes back to
attitude.
Duff living up in Seattle,
Right.
Playing in the punk bands and everything.
Yeah, they were great. Incredible.
They
That
sh-
album's incredible. Another just phenomenon.
The anniversary of Use Your Illusion 1 and 2 just passed, and
Oh, man, I remember that.
the one thing I would say about Guns N' Roses, they should have just waited on those. They should have had those albums out separately.
3 years apart.
Something, but they put them out together, 1 and 2, and I don't know. I'm talking to less than 100 people, and they're filling up giant stadiums. So what the fuck do I know?
Yeah, I went to see Metallica at Giant Stadium this
I was
summer.
there 2 nights.
Yeah, I went both nights. They were fucking
I
incredible.
took my
Oh, sorry.
16-year-old. It
Oh,
was his
yeah?
first time seeing Metallica, and my 16-year-old, I take him to concerts all the time. Kid's a diehard Misfits fan.
Nice.
And I took him to Metallica. I go, how was it? He goes, probably the best concert during the summer.
Yeah,
really?
Yeah.
This was not like this wasn't U2 or a stadium concert. This was a metal concert in the stadium, and seeing these guys at 60 just go out there. They don't have to do it. They really love what they're doing. They loved every minute of it. And
it's weird that Hetfield's starting to look like a father, though.
he looks like Joe Biden. Actually, that's weird.
He looks like Joe. Oh my God!
I'm the first to say it, but it's the truth. No one's admitting to it. He looks kind of like Biden, but like,
well, you get up there to 60, you're gonna.
No, God bless him, but it's just weird because it's like your father is singing Metallica now. Well, not my father, but
Joe Biden with a Gibson Explorer.
That's hilarious. Opster, coincidentally, I'm in Kurt Cobain's hometown, Aberdeen. It's pretty grimy. Dude, I did one trip to Seattle, and we went to the Hoh Rainforest. You have to do the Hoh Rainforest and look at the elk and all the shades of green. Have you ever been to a rainforest, Tomato?
I have never been to a rainforest. Matt probably has.
Nope, haven't. Mew just got back from one.
Who did?
Mew.
I told her to go to the Hoh Rainforest.
And
did
she went. She took off when you told her to.
All right.
Tell her to do shit.
Yeah, somebody that works for Matt, who's very, very cool. I said, you got to go to the Hoh Rainforest. So it's on the northwest corner of the United States, basically. You can't get any further north or west.
Great pictures from there.
And what's cool about the Hoh Rainforest, HO, look it up online. It's every shade of green you could imagine. And you think your life means something? Get the
right.
No. You're walking through the rainforest, and there's trees that fell down, right? And there's now trees growing out of that tree that had to rot for a while before another tree could take root in the actual remains of the old tree. And that tree is 200 years old.
Right. That's great. Yeah.
And then there's elk all over the place, and it was amazing. But then we went.
They taste good.
Then we went from the whole rainforest. Elk taste good?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
What are you, a Joe Rogan fan?
No.
How about an elk steak, Michael?
So when I went to Finland, I went to Helsinki about what was my son, like 2 then? 3? And we had the first night we went there, we had reindeer. So I had skewers of elk and reindeer. Nice. And I've had venison. Venison's great. Elk was
venison is overrated. I lived in Western New York. It stinks.
It's 10 times better. And reindeer was good.
Reindeer
was really good.
What'd you do with the red nose?
I was going to say that.
I'll tell you a funny story.
Look.
Just laughing it up too.
Look. I will be the first to admit that was hack, but someone had to do it. So then after the whole rainforest, we went down to Aberdeen and checked out Kurt Cobain's childhood home.
Oh, yeah.
And like that guy said, that town is grimy as well. Oh, it's terrible. Yeah. And his house was just a little who gives a crap type of house. And the whole area was just really depressing and dark and grimy and just dirty. But I checked it out. And then I went to the house where he killed himself. That house was
it still there?
At the time it was. They knocked it down, right?
Yeah.
At the time it was. It was right on the lake.
Yeah, he killed rock and roll, man. He kind of killed it like when he did that. I was so bummed when he did that because it's like after that, no one could it was just you forget like what rock and roll was like before that when there was even though it was it was definitely there was a lot of dudes sort of killing themselves, but no one actually killed themselves. And when he did that, it was the first like Jimi Hendrix, everybody else. He made sure he was going to join the 27 Club, which to me was kind of
dude,
in that way,
My top 5 singers from that era, although, Lanigan's gone too.
Yeah, he
so
is.
Mark Lanigan from the Screaming Trees.
Oh, and Lane Staley.
No, so Lane Staley's gone, Kurt Cobain's gone, Scott Weiland's gone, Chris Cornell's gone, and Mark Lanigan, who had Screaming Trees had so much respect in the music community. Most people don't really know much about the Screaming Trees because they only had the one hit, Nearly Lost You, but they have a song called Dollar Bill that's absolutely amazing.
Mark Lanigan actually worked with Queens of the Stone Age too on a couple of songs.
They all loved Mark Lanigan, and he's no longer with us. But those were my top 5 singers from that year. They're all gone. The only one that's still around is Eddie Vedder,
Right.
which is
Okay, we start.
wait.
Don't tell Matt.
Wait, you don't like Pearl Jam? Oh,
Matt around?
No, he's probably at the bar.
Matt's one of the biggest Pearl Jam fans.
I know, and I love Matt and I respect him, but we could all have our own views.
Wait,
Son of a bitch.
give me your Eddie Vedder Pearl Jam rap. Give me it.
Well,
Let's go.
the other day, daughter was coming out of Nathan's Hot Dogs, right?
Right.
And I was like, the only way you can sing this song, like you can sing a lot of people's songs in your own voice, but in terms of that, you can only sing it in his voice. You go, don't call me dear. Like that's the only way you can sing it. Like it's like that, which is kind of like a lame way to sing if you really think about it. Like
It's like you're holding back.
Don't call me
Yeah,
daughter.
right. You
Can't listen to the guy from Creed now.
Could you just say like, don't call me? No, you just go, don't call me. It's like you have to put on the voice.
I love me
Which is
some,
weird.
I love me some Pearl Jam.
Yeah. Who'd you have on in the 90s? You were in Rochester, so in the early 90s, where anyone come by there from that era?
No.
There's the answer, folks.
No one came to Rochester.
Goo Goo Dolls were out of Buffalo
Goo Goo Dolls were out of Buffalo.
before they went.
Dude.
Right.
So what's his name on the guitar? I forget his name.
Johnny Resnick.
Johnny. No. The other dude with the long hair.
Yes.
The chubby guy
Yeah,
on the
that's the
guitar.
bass player.
He used to hang out at the radio station in Buffalo before he was huge.
Oh, really?
Oh, I drank with him a million times. He was at that station all the time because they were a local Buffalo band, and then they hit. I was like, holy shit. And then years later, they did Name on me and Anthony's show when we were up in Boston. They did an acoustic version of Name, and I was like, dude, what's up? He freaked out because he remembered me from Buffalo because he was just a local dude, like in a band trying to make it at that time.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Andrew Wood. Oh,
Andrew Wood.
Andrew Wood.
Mother
Love
Love
Bone. Great
Bone.
band.
Yeah,
Great band.
Great band, too, yeah.
Chloe Dancer.
Chloe. Actually, speaking of Chloe, today's Chloe's birthday.
Happy birthday to Chloe, one of our own from the private Facebook group. Chloe Dancer is such a great song.
Great tune.
And the only reason we have Pearl Jam is because Andrew Wood of Mother Love Bone died.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tomato.
Wow.
If you really want to go back, you go listen to Green River.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's the only reason we have Pearl Jam. Andrew Wood
Yeah.
died, and then
Yeah.
they were
I just
looking for.
wasn't, just the grunge era in itself was just on too much of a death trip. I mean, like a real death trip.
You
Like,
think?
just like, yeah, obviously that's what happened, right?
Right.
And it like I said, it's great to hear Nirvana now. It takes me right back to like 91, or 89 or whatever album it is.
Right.
But it's like it's not like Zeppelin where it's like, or Jane's Addiction where it's still futuristic, or Guns N' Roses where it's just like it'll take you back, but it'll also be like, oh, that's still
Right.
it's still alive.
That's an album you can listen to endlessly.
You gotta
a lot
go.
of the 90s stuff, kind of just sounds like the 90s. Like Smashing Pumpkins is another one. It's just like it's right back to the 90s.
Wait, Matt's leaving, but Matt, did you know that Tomato hates Pearl Jam? And he was whispering about this. I'm sorry, Tomato.
Wait, what's that?
Oh, he's back.
What was that?
I think we
I
gotta
was
work
just
this
gonna
out.
leave, but
I think we
I'm
gotta work
feeling
this
better
The
out.
word
already.
hate never came out of my mouth, by the way.
it doesn't matter anyway. We all like what we like.
I love Pearl Jam, so I'm with Matt on this one. I love the Pearl Jam, but
They're a great live band.
What about the song Daughter, though?
It's good. It's
don't
good
go.
live. It's
But
good
he
live.
goes deep with his tracks, though.
It depends on how where in the set it shows up, and what they intend to do with it after.
Like if you listen to Versus, I think Animal's probably like the best song on
Oh,
there.
Animal's an amazing
The
song.
whole album.
How do you not like Animal, Tomato?
I don't know it.
You know?
Oh, no, good.
What about Dissident? Very nice. Dissident's an amazing tune.
Yeah.
Of course. Don't call me.
Yeah, you see? Oh, nice.
What? What do you say?
Never retire.
What's
Hi,
that?
Jesse. I know that kid.
What is that? What's Moist Boys?
It's another band that I played with over the years.
Oh, nice. All right.
Side band.
All right, a little
You
side
like
action.
the Moist Boys. You like the Moist Boys if you look them up.
I don't like the Moist Boys.
Yeah, you would like the Moist.
I wouldn't like
promise-
the Moist Boys.
I promise you, they have a song called
Ah.
"You Blow." You'd love it.
I wouldn't love the Moist Boys.
I bet you would.
Matt's got to go. He's under the weather. Where you going, Matt?
I gotta go take care of my daughter.
Don't call me daughter.
Take care of my daughter.
I'm supposed to.
I gotta get on a tree. Oh,
All right, take care, gentlemen.
All right,
Matt, pleasure meeting you.
All right.
That's the man. He's the owner of Get Parts here on the Upper West Side. He also has a
Also, beer
second
culture on
location.
45th Street.
Yeah, second location, 45th Street. Good friend of mine, and he's really, really under the weather. He thought he had COVID.
Oh, Snoopy Dogg wrote Sonic Youth.
Love the Sonic Youth.
Great New York City bands.
Yeah, Snoop Dogg. I don't know what you're doing here. Like,
I saw-
talk about
Is
Sonic
that
Youth.
the real Snoop Dogg?
It might be. I don't know.
I saw Sonic Youth warm up for the Black Crows back in the day.
Oh yeah, Black Crowes are a good band.
They're
Sonic
a
Youth.
great band. What's wrong with you? But I had killer seats for the Black Crows. I was really into them back then. I didn't want to lose my spot, so I was peeing in bottles
Oh, yeah.
and then placing them at my feet because I was packed in. I was like 20 feet from the stage, and I was not going to give up my spot for the Black Crows in that small joint.
Done that before.
Done that a few times there, Tomato.
Yeah, got to.
Pearl Jam is the greatest American band. What is the greatest American band?
Aerosmith. Simple.
Yes.
Aerosmith.
You just,
Toys in the attic.
I thought we would be able to debate this, but so you're right. I think you're right. Greatest American band is Aerosmith.
They're an American rock and roll band, you know? Just like Billy Joel is the greatest, like,
Long
American
Islander.
Elton John. You know, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
As Aerosmith is kind of to the Stones, you know, like, Aerosmith is incredible band. Steven Tyler's incredible. But they don't, like, just like Billy Joel, they don't get, like, the same, you know, what they deserve. Like,
Right.
As, you know, as Rolling Stones or Elton John. Like,
I don't get enough credit.
they don't get enough credit. You know?
A lot of people have asked me over the years, have I ever been starstruck? Because I was lucky to do this crazy high-profile radio show for so long.
Yeah.
Steven Tyler coming in with the whole band except for, what's his name, the drummer.
Oh, really? You
At
met all
WAF.
Aerosmith?
I was out of my mind. I'm like,
Right.
it's fucking Steven goddamn Tyler. And we're hanging out. He's
Yeah.
playing Muddy Waters on the radio for us. And it was just so badass. But
That's
I think
huge.
I think you're right. Aerosmith is the greatest American band. Who's a close second?
You're talking rock. I mean, you could say Metallica, but, like, you know, that's metal.
Yeah,
You
but
could
it's,
say
You're talking about straight up rock. Maybe Guns N' Roses, number 2.
Guns N' Roses.
Oh,
but
Guns
they-
N' Roses.
But they wouldn't be anything without Aerosmith, obviously. you
Right.
know?
Oh, they're heavy influenced.
right.
Yeah.
I think you got to
ZZ
go.
Top, but, like, you know, but
ZZ Top's great.
they're amazing, but they're not, you know, they're not Aerosmith.
So here's the question that was online the other day, and I'm just like, ugh, there's only one answer. Greatest band of all time.
Oh, greatest band of all time.
There's only one answer.
Thin Lizzy.
I would say Thin Lizzy.
Why would you guys say Thin Lizzy?
I love Thin Lizzy.
Yeah.
But greatest band of all time? Why would you
I would say
that?
the Beatles.
Oh, the Beatles.
Beatles.
That's
Beatles, Zeppelin, Floyd.
Look, whether you love them or hate them, when the question is asked, greatest band of all time, there's only one answer: the
It's
Beatles,
the Beatles.
because
Yeah.
they changed everything, and their music is like straight up rock. They got punk influences, they got acid rock influences, they got heavy metal influences. They
Rubber
invent,
Soul.
they invented all the genres through their
Yeah.
albums.
White Album's great.
And they influenced everybody. Like, anyone, like, that picked up a guitar was like, because I heard the Beatles.
Right,
Any, you know,
right.
without a doubt. I mean,
But if
they're almost too big. They're almost too, like,
if you
they're
hate
almost
them, that's
disqualified.
but you gotta acknowledge it. They're the greatest band of all time.
Yeah.
They started all these individual genres where everyone just branched out
Even
after
Black
the Beatles.
Sabbath wanted to be the Beatles.
Yeah.
That, which is a crazy thing.
Well,
you
we
know?
had Ozzy on, and he talks about how he was a super
Oh,
fan
you met Ozzy?
many times.
Really? Wow.
Huge Beatles
Ozzy
fan.
and Steven Tyler.
Huge
I mean,
Beatles fan.
Dude, who haven't I met? I mean, out with James Hetfield. Where have you been, bro?
I don't know, man. I've been, I don't know where I've
And
been.
now I'm hanging out with you in a stupid bar in front of 100 people.
Yo! I hung out with Dio. I've opened up for Dio and the Scorpions, Deep Purple.
Right on.
Yeah, there you go.
That's pretty
Hung out with
badass. All right.
I haven't hung out with Ozzy.
Bar talk with Opie Tomato and Michael.
Yeah.
You need a weird name. What's your nickname, Michael?
My kid's nickname in hockey is Bergie.
Wait, you're a hockey fan?
Oh, big time. My coach.
Islanders?
Rangers.
All right, get out. Get out. What do you think of them taking fighting out of hockey?
Terrible. Terrible. Even my 16-year-old, who's a feisty kid, will say that it's terrible.
It's the dumbest thing. Kids can handle fights in hockey.
And I coach youth hockey. And we had a little fight Sunday night. We actually played at Chelsea Piers Sunday night.
And who was fighting?
My kid was in the mix.
Really?
Yeah.
Were you a proud papa at that point?
He's gone a few rounds with a couple kids.
All right.
You know,
Very nice.
he got suspended a game. My wife almost got thrown out of the game.
Oh, you're those type of parents?
I coach.
And then your wife is yelling and screaming at
So can we say this? It's not going to be censored.
say whatever the hell you want.
So a kid gave my another kid gave my kid a concussion. He was out at least a month. So we're playing against the team, and my wife sees the kid. And my wife looks right at the kid. She goes, "Your mother should have swallowed you."
Oh my God! Really?
Yeah.
That your wife rocks. I love her.
And I could hear it from the bench.
Are you guys
And I
getting
just went,
Are you getting a divorce anytime soon?
No,
'Cause I
I've
love
been
your
married
wife.
so long.
I love her.
I've been
That's
married so
awesome.
long.
She really said that?
Yeah. I heard it from the bench, and my face just went like this. I was like, Jesus fucking Christ.
That is awesome. Most overlooked NYC band, Steely Dan.
They're not from NYC.
They're from where?
Steely Dan, they're from everywhere. They're like, they're from all over the place.
And we did this last time me and you talked.
Oh, what?
Chevy Chase was an original member of
Yes,
Steely Dan.
right.
Look it up.
Right.
What? Yeah, they went to college together.
And what's Steely Dan? What is the name from?
I don't know. Oh, you told me.
Did I tell you? No.
I think so last time.
I don't know. I don't think I did.
Go ahead.
'Cause I don't really know the actual answer. What was it? A book, right? It was a.
Wait, you don't
It
even
was-
know?
It was like a vibrator in one of these books, or a dildo in one of these books. Like one of those guys, like one of the beat poets had this book. I forget who it was. One of those guys. Someone will know.
So you asked a question that you don't know the answer to?
Well, someone will know.
Let them guess.
I live my life that way. Yeah, somebody will
Someone
know.
will know.
I'll just throw crap out there. Somebody will know. I don't know where.
Yeah, it was the name of like it was. Yeah, and that's what they named it after. You know, they were intellectuals.
All right, but Chevy Chase was an original member of Steely Dan.
That's true.
Fact.
yes.
They went to college together,
Right.
and then they were like, "Oh God, this Chevy Chase, he stinks," and they kicked him out. Chevy doesn't tell
He's
us
too
that
funny.
way.
He's not serious enough
He's
to
a,
steal it.
Chevy is a weird dude, to say the least. I think
Guar is the best American rock band. That's pretty good. Have you ever seen Guar?
they the one guy came in the studio. That's
Odorous?
yeah, he was awesome.
Oh, he died. Yeah, he died.
Yeah, he
recently.
died a couple years ago. Heroin overdose.
Yeah.
Was it really
Yeah.
heroin?
They gave him
Heroin?
a Viking funeral. They put his
Nice.
costume like on a on this like raft, and they shot like arrows of fire at the costume.
But not his body.
No,
No.
just his costume.
That's hacked.
They
That's
they had a documentary on them, and like they talk about him, and they said that like he kept acid in a freezer, and he went on a 3-day trip, and he came back.
oh wow, really? Yeah.
Damn, man. Odorous was man. He had quite the personality. That's for sure.
Yeah.
All right, we should start wrapping up. Matt went home. He doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
Michael Bergen showed up for the private Facebook group. That's badass, Michael. It's so good to finally meet you.
Pleasure, Opie.
Yeah. Rock and roll is the greatest thing of all time. That's it. That's all I gotta say.
Leonard Skinner. Oh, greatest American band.
Actually,
Leonard
you
Skinner.
know what?
Yeah.
I totally forgot. I've been listening to a lot of Van Halen these days.
Bob and Halen's great.
But for real, like you know, I've known them my whole life. You know,
Put
Van
that number
Halen.
2 behind Aerosmith.
Like,
Van Halen.
yeah, I mean, for some reason, they're really fresh when you listen to them now. Like listening to Eddie, like
I don't think this has ever been said before, but Eddie could really play the guitar.
no,
Oh my
no
God.
one
No
said
doubt.
The Allman Brothers, one of the greatest
Allman
American
Brothers,
bands.
yeah.
Allman Brothers is great.
Wow, now we have an argument. Allman Brothers and Aerosmith as far as greatest American band goes.
Yeah.
You have an argument there.
Allman Brothers got so many good songs. Though.
Yeah.
Melissa,
And say it.
Jessica,
Soul
Women Pose.
Shine, Blue Sky.
Yeah, I mean, there'd be no Thin Lizzy without Allman Brothers too. They had the guitar harmonies, you know.
Enough about this Thin Lizzy. What's this Thin Lizzy all about?
Got to get you into
Thin Lizzy?
Yeah.
I know Jailbreak. That's about all. All right, let's get out of here. Mike, it was great seeing you.
Cheers, Opie. Pleasure.
Cheers.
Tomato, my friend Tomato, who is drinking Zima that he got off
eBay.
Amazon. eBay. You went eBay for the
At the
Zima?
Carlson James before.
Let's just turn this off and go have a beer or something. All right, it's Tuesdays at Get Parts. We'll be here next Tuesday. Maybe you come back, Michael.
I probably will.
Now that you broke your cherry, you come back. We're doing the Tuesday thing here at Get Parts. Tomato, you come back anytime. You know that. You promoting anything?
Nah. Wait a second.
Nah. Good.
Soundofurchin.com, Sound of Urchin. Google Sound of Urchin. Tomato. Sound of Urchin, like a sea urchin. Listen to my music.
Michael Bergen, final word to you, sir.
So long, so well.
So long is your final word?
Yeah.
How about something a little deeper? Anything.
Say hello to everybody in the private face.
Boo, 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 boo. Boo, 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 boo. Boom, 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 boom. Boo, 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 boo. Boo, 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 boo.